Hi there, and welcome to Create the podcast, where we break down the content strategies behind today's most successful brands and creators. I'm your host, Yoka, and next to me is your co host, Jedeon, and today we're diving into the colorful world of Lush Cosmetics.
Picture this: it's 1995, and a group of six friends with a passion for natural, ethical cosmetics decide to shake up the beauty industry. That's how Lush was born. Founded by Mark Constantine and his creative crew in Poole, England.
Fast forward to today, and Lush has become a global powerhouse with over 900 stores across 49 countries. But what really sets Lush apart isn't just their fizzy bath bombs or package-free products, it's their bold, unapologetic approach to content and marketing.
From day one, Lush has been about more than just selling soap. They've built a brand around ethical sourcing, environmental activism, and transparency. And boy, have they not been afraid to ruffle some feathers along the way.
Remember when they ditched traditional social media back in 2021?
Lush is wiping away its social media presence.
That move sent shockwaves through the marketing world, but Lush didn't miss a beat. They doubled down on creating their own content channels, from their Lush Player video platform to their wildly popular Lush Labs campaign that turned product development into a social experiment.
What's truly fascinating about Lush is how they've managed to grow a cult-like following, the Lushes, without relying on conventional advertising. Instead, they've mastered the art of user-generated content, turning their customers in their biggest brand advocates.
So in today's episode, we'll unpack how Lush's content strategy has evolved over the years, from their early days of in-store demonstrations to their recent collaborations with pop culture giants like Barbie and Stranger Things. We'll explore how they've maintained their activist voice while still keeping things fun and engaging for their audience.
So grab your favorite bath bomb and let's dive into the success story of Lush Cosmetics, a brand that's proving that in the world of content, sometimes the boldest moves are the most rewarding.
All right, so this episode is a special one.
Special one.
Because we're talking about a brand that isn't active on social
media. Any social media. None.
YouTube.
Okay.
So they did launch sort of their own video player platform that they tried, but then eventually converted things and just like are now doing stuff on YouTube. So the whole idea behind quitting social media came because they saw data from Meta on like how girls have higher rates of anxiety, higher rates of depression when they're on social media. Like, we're talking teenage girls when they're on social media, then if they're not on social media. And since Lush is a company that's very much about the ethics of their products, they're like, we couldn't believe in those values and stand for those values and still be on
social media.
I call it the fast platforms.
Okay.
Right? Sort of like you have fast fashion where everything changes all of the time. And then you have slow fashion. I would say like YouTube is more of like a slow burn. I'm not talking about the YouTube shorts, but like YouTube is more of a slow burn. It's almost like your owned media. If you post something today, it can still work in 5 years. You embed it on your website, like the whole thing, right? But if we're talking about Instagram, TikTok, Facebook Reels, stuff like that, anything that's like highly addictive, that's where they were like, we're not gonna use that. And when I read that in the research that we've done for this episode, I was like, oh yeah, but like they'll probably like repost UGC, because like it did talk about like, oh, but it's like user content. No. Like if you go to their social media, like their Instagram page, it's literally 9 posts about the danger of using social media that have been posted years ago. And then they do have like the tagged part. And then it's like as recent as 20 minutes ago, like people praising these producs.
Do you think it's a strategy because they still didn't take off their social medias? Like, it's not like they stopped posting, but they're still present in a way because people keep on tagging them.
Yeah, and they also like do rely on people posting and creating content. I think as a brand, they didn't want to stand behind, oh, we are now creating fast content to get you hooked and to make you buy our products. they also don't run ads,
Mm-hmm.
which for me, I was like, how is that possible if you have collabs with Barbie or Stranger Things? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what do you mean you don't do advertising? But then basically, and I think they did something with Minecraft as well, which I was
Mm-hmm.
also like, this weird because it's a male audience. And like, and then apparently that was promoted within Minecraft itself.
Mm.
So even
Okay.
when they do partnerships, they rely on in-store activations and sort of the momentum of that cult following
Mm-hmm.
to then drive sales. But they don't run social media ads, they don't run Google display ads, there's no retargeting, because even there they are very high about like how people treat your data. And
Mm-hmm.
so pixels and stuff like that, they don't want to have
They
that
don't adhere to that.
on the website. So it's a very unique way of going about content.
Mm-hmm.
They do have they have stuff on their blog, they have stuff on their YouTube channel, like they do content, they have series on like how their products are made and stuff like that, but it is a very untraditional approach, I would
Mm.
say.
Yeah, they host events as well. Have you ever bought any of their bath bombs?
No,
I did.
you are like a partner.
No, no. Well, my sister did
Okay, so not
once,
you.
not me.
No.
But then I bought it.
Why are you lying?
No, then I bought it. No, no. Now I'm just having the train of my thought. My sister bought it. I discovered it, and then
Yeah.
I bought it once for
I am
Valentine's.
not a bath person.
Mm.
I like very long showers, but I'm not like, I don't, as soon as you close the tap,
There is
I'm
no
like,
more.
what am I supposed to do
So,
now?
yeah, you can't swim. You just sit in
You
the
just
water.
sit there.
Mm.
And then even like, oh, you could watch a movie. I could watch a movie on the couch. Like, why am I sitting here? So like, I feel like running water for me,
Mhm.
I find that very cleansing,
Relaxing.
but just sitting
In the water.
in your own filth, like
If the water has bubbles or
and then what?
like a jacuzzi, no?
Yes.
Okay. There
Then
needs to be action
there needs
in
to
the
be
water.
something happening. Like just sitting there to sit there, it doesn't relax me at all. Like it's the opposite. I'm just going to, oh, now what? Now I filled up this entire tub with water and I already want to get out. Like, yes. So no, I've never bought bath bombs in general.
In general. Mm-hmm.
I am aware of Lush, but again, not that actively, that I knew that they had like decided not to be on social media. It's a powerful statement. It did make me sort of think of like, maybe question to you. Do you feel like any brand could survive like Lush if they're not on social?
I think they can because they first of all have like the retail stores where you can actually get Lush products. And I think that the fact they had this bold move, they actually didn't, what I was trying to say in the beginning, they actually didn't get out of social. They needed people to
Yeah.
know that they took the bold move, which is in a way some type of marketing. I strongly believe that is totally genuine.
Yeah.
The fact to do that, but they also want their voice to be heard by saying we're saying no.
No, I hear you in that.
So
but
there is a way of trying to impact.
My question was, do you believe any brand can survive without being on?
Without being on social in general, no, because I think content is key, and that's why they decided to create their own content platforms. Because
they never said like we don't believe in content. They said we don't believe in the algorithms.
Sure.
Basically.
So without being on social media, no, because they kind of created their own social medias.
Yeah. I also think, again,
like if you mean the traditional ones, it's hard. It's hard to do that.
But why do you think that Lush was able to do it?
I think Lush was able to do it. It also, like, they have these clear values, because when I was reading, I saw that they had several opportunities to sell as well to bigger brands like L'Oreal, but they never did. I think it depends on the target and what they want to be able to obtain in terms of revenue, or like it depends on your values, because.
But is it just? And I'm just like
Yeah, no, go
trying to
ahead.
get
Sure.
to an answer, right? You're thinking from the brand, right? Like, what are our targets? What are our values? But at the end of the day, how does a brand or a business survive?
No, they are making money.
No, but how do they survive? By making money.
Yeah.
Who pays that money?
Wow.
How do they make money?
Well, they have stores. They are Lush stores.
Okay, but who comes into the store?
Yeah, the consumers. Yeah.
Thank you. So the consumer. So don't you think that it would depend on the type of consumer whether or not a brand can pull this off?
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. So depending on the type of, okay, so you believe people will buy because they adhere to the values of Lush.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Lush they're a premium segment. Like I did my research, even though I don't take baths, but their bath bombs are like $8 to $15 for one bath bomb.
One bath bomb.
Right? Like, so it's not luxury per se, but it's definitely premium, which means we're looking at a consumer who has the extra cash to spend on that types of products. We're looking at people most likely white collar jobs, or it's like a gift once for a birthday, right? Like, but the average consumer that buys regularly earns well, probably educated, etc. Those are the people who have the time and the capacity to think about what goes into my products.
Okay.
Right? The average Joe who buys their shower gel from Lidl or Aldi isn't gonna worry about, is my soap ethically made? Is like what products go into it? Wouldn't you agree? So those are also the people, like their target audience is also the type of person that would think about, is social media harmful?
Yeah.
So for them, since they've built their entire brand around, we want to make sure that everyone who comes to work is happy making our soaps, is taken care of. The products that go in are ethically sourced. They're catering to an audience who believes in that stuff, who is conscious about not just what they put on their bodies, soap, but how is this made? Is the person who is making this being paid like a decent salary? Like, those are the people who also take into consideration social media might be harmful for mental health. So if you then as a brand go, hey, this is no longer in line, like this was never actually in line with the values that we represent as a brand, that only reinforces that brand identity that people have already bought into.
Totally. I totally believe that. No, it's pretty relevant. I think that's why they didn't totally deleted their accounts. They kept that statement there to let know to people, hey, this is our values, this is what we believe, and people adhere to that.
Yeah, but it's also important to note that if you're listening to this, like, not every brand can do this.
No, sure.
Not every brand can be like, oh, we don't believe in like that, we don't think social media is healthy, so we're just not going to do it. Same thing for us, right? We are a content company, basically. Like, what do we help people with? Content. From graphic design to video editing, motion design, all those things. We then can go, oh, the majority of our customers is like, we need to be on social media, we need to start a podcast, we need to have all of these things. For us to then go like, great, but we believe social media is harmful, so we're not going to be on it. You can't do that. Like,
and I think at the end of the day, depends the type of content you wanna create as well. It's hard, it's hard to actually take that type of bold move.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, makes
I
sense.
think also because sort of the segment that they're in, right? Because what I think about now is there are brands who also believe in, like, where does my product come from? Is everyone paid well? Did I source ethically or not? And they tell beautiful stories on social, and they do it a bit slower paced. The one I'm thinking about now is Moss by Michael B. Jordan. It's like a drink that he and his co-founder developed, and they have beautiful storytelling on their social. Like it's really like it's this slow down attitude in their storytelling, which is beautiful. So that could have also been an approach. But Lush, their customers, like it's women, it's probably like teenage girls and up. They're like not, are they in the beauty industry? Like it's sort of a gray area for me. Like it's,
Well,
is it beauty industry or is it like, what
like,
is that? Like it's grooming, but like it's not grooming because it's for women, but like,
well, I think it's the beauty industry because if they
yeah.
are compared at some period, they were compared to the body shop. So
Yeah, for me, when I think beauty, I think like hair, nails, makeup, but this is more of like
yeah,
shampoos and stuff like that. So,
yeah,
okay, we're going to go with like beauty industry. I think it is an industry where you have to be mindful of, is what we're doing on social media nowadays harming young girls? Is it making them more insecure or having an unrealistic expectation of their body? Not just young girls,
in
teenagers,
general.
young people in general. But so I think it's a different, again, like it's a different thing than what I mentioned about Moss and Michael B. Jordan, where they tell beautiful stories and it's this slowed down approach, and they're not in the beauty industry, right? So they're not dealing with maybe the more fragile mindset of a teenage girl wanting to look different than she does or have a different body or anything like that. But yes, very bold move.
No, very bold move. I strongly believe that, okay, it's a bold move, but if you want to impact people, you got to
Yeah.
be where they are. So I think.
Well, their customers are clearly still on social because if you
Yeah.
go to the tagged
No, yeah.
part of their Instagram, it's just one person after
And it
the
has
next.
become kind of a revolution kind of thing where people would actually even tag them to
Yeah.
feel like, hey, we're
supporting
you guys.
Yeah.
So well, I think it was well thought, and they definitely stick to their values. So
But they're still like, and that's sort of the I don't want to say mind fuck because they do heavily rely on content. Right? So from the in-store experience, that's also all content. They have their app, they have their website.
They post on YouTube.
They post on YouTube. So initially they didn't. When they quit social media, they were trying to build their own like native player. And then I think because also they realized, well, YouTube's algorithm is different. Plus we do want to be available to the general public. That's why they opted for YouTube, I think. But because I tried looking for the player, like the Lush player, couldn't find it. And that's when I realized, oh, they switched back to YouTube, and now their long form is on there. And then you'll have like, it's a sort of a mix and match.
I also want to say not all decisions are great decisions as well. Like wanting to start, I think, yeah, well, I think it's a great move, but wanting to start a whole a platform, well, it's ambitious.
It's like it can work for your existing customers, but I also, like you said, you have to go where people are at, and people are so used to using YouTube or so used to using social that you have to meet them somewhere, especially if you're then not like running ads, because that was my next question then of like, how do they attract new customers?
I think they work with influencers, content creators who are maybe mindful and share the same values as they do.
I looked into it and not really. They don't have like an active influencer program or anything like that, because again, it goes against their whole sort of not value proposition, but what they believe in. And then the only thing I could find were these like cult collaborations. And then even there's no ads. So it's really like, oh, the Barbie movie was such a big thing that then like they did a Barbie collab that launched at the same time as the movie, and then just because it had such a cult following, it created its own social media stuff. And plus, of course, like they have all of their own stores.
Yeah.
So if someone walks in there, like stuff like that. But here I'm on Lush's YouTube, and then yeah, this sort of matches up. Like they have some like shorter videos from like 12 years ago that have a lot of views, probably because at that point they were still active. They have how it's made, and where you basically see how their products are made. They have like some ASMR stuff, the difference between different products, a lot of like how their products are made and sourced. 7 years ago, 9 years ago. What's like some of the more recent stuff that they've done?
Like 8 days ago.
Oh, they did lymphatic drainage massage. Lush Easter collection. Okay, so this is from me, from an SEO background on YouTube, is that they are apparently now shifting to these more generic SEO friendly videos, which would be a good way to attract new customers, because we have stuff here like how to lymphatic drainage facial massage. Like that's nothing, Lush isn't in the title. There's nothing specifically about their products. They might be using some of their products in the video, but in general, they're now targeting people who would be their ideal customer. So another one is how to massage your baby bump when pregnant. Another one, how to massage for sleep and relaxation. So these are all SEO based titles that they're hoping will land in people's search results whenever they're typing for that, and then to bring in new traffic that way. It's a smart move. It's something that a lot of brands can apply. It's also, you can do this on YouTube, but also on your blog.
Okay. Can you give more details? Of course, you already explained it a little bit.
It's SEO, so search engine optimization. YouTube is also a search engine. It's also owned by Google. So the same way that you would create a blog, let me grab an example of maybe another episode that we've done. So Dollar Shave Club does this very well on their blog. They have like all of the questions that men might have about grooming in whatever way they would write them in the search engine. There will be an article matching, like a title matching with that question, and then they'll have an article. That way in Google, you can rank in the top of the search results, similar in YouTube, but then it's just with video. So a lot of people go to YouTube to search for stuff, right? Especially how-to content. Often people go to YouTube to search for it because they want a visual. An example of that would be that I asked ChatGPT the other day for exercises to fix my knee pain, and then it gave me a bunch, and I was like, I don't know how to do these. Send me the YouTube links, right? So you would find topics that your ideal customer types into YouTube.
But how do you find these topics?
You know your customer. So depending on, let's say, I'm going to say breathwork. I had a breathwork practitioner once as a client. Like an ideal client for her would already be interested in breathwork. So it can be anything. What is breathwork? How does breathwork work? Breathwork routine, breathwork morning routine, breathwork for relaxation, like all of these topics. What for Dollar Shave Club, that was anything of like, how do you treat an ingrown hair, to how do you decide what shaving foam to use? I'm making this up as I go, but basically that's what it is. So you would first define your ideal client, and then you would think, okay, what's stuff that they find interesting? And so for Lush, it's all about wellness, shower gels, bath bombs, probably massage oils. Their ideal client is mostly targeted towards women. So, okay, we're going to do stuff that is mommy, like anyone who's pregnant, anyone who wants to like sleep better or relax more, massages, because then we can feature our products. And then based on that, you would do like, you would use some tools to do your keyword research, much like you would for blog SEO
Mhm.
or Google SEO, and then you create content videos on that topic with that exact title. And if you keep that up long enough, we have it on ours.
Yeah.
Like our Clipmaster YouTube channel, it's not that big, but we have a couple of videos that have multiple 100,000 views purely because it was created off of like, oh, this is what people are searching for. Let's now create the video, optimize it for
Mhm.
SEO, and then you let it do its job over the years to come.
Yes.
And it's a great way to like get brand awareness
Mhm.
with people who might not know you because they just went to YouTube and they typed something in and you came with a solution. And now they're like, oh, what is this creator or brand that just helped me? And then they'll go to your channel and that's
Mhm.
sort of like their first touch point.
Okay. Okay, that's quite interesting. So, in general, let's take Lush. As we saw, they aren't present on any social media platform,
Yeah.
at least the most used ones. But they still create content. Content is still part of their marketing strategies. Yeah,
It has to be like,
Mhm.
and content also goes further than social media.
Definitely.
You have a blog, you have email marketing, you have
Mhm.
in-store,
Mhm.
like it's all content.
Mhm.
It's just they've decided not to be on these fast platforms because they believe it's detrimental to people's health,
Mhm.
right? But so we are seeing that they're now leveraging YouTube
Yeah.
more heavily.
Mhm.
And honestly, in my opinion, like if you are a smaller brand or maybe you're a startup and you're like figuring out what platforms should I be on, I always recommend YouTube first.
Yeah.
It has a longer shelf life. When you're on the fast platforms, like the first 48 hours, if it hasn't like gone viral by then, the content is done. It's there, but it's done, and no one's really gonna find it. TikTok, maybe like the algorithm is a bit better, but on YouTube, you could have a video that doesn't perform well the first year and then all of a sudden takes off in the second. Like we have videos like from 5 years ago that are still bringing in leads. And then I feel like if you're spending that much time creating content, make sure you get something out of it.
Yeah.
And YouTube is a better platform for that. Now it's
Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. And what do you think about what goes in to create that type of content they're creating currently on YouTube?
well, it's hard to say always. I can have like my opinion. When you look at the videos, and this is also biased because we're sitting in my living room that we turn into a set. So you could do anything in house, right? If you have someone in your team who knows how to set all of this up and like they can roll the camera, then yes, 100% could have been done in house. The backdrops of the set are not like super complex if you look at it, but they do have like some like effects in post and like some editing going on there. So either a lightweight creative agency where they sort of go to bulk shoot stuff and they prep these sets and little props that like they're using in the videos, or they just have a very good person in house and maybe like a closed off room where they can change the background color on the set and like stuff like that. It's not super high production value. We're not talking about like, oh, they need to rent an entire sound stage and this is like 15 people set, like nothing like that. But it would just depend on what they have in house, to be honest.
Okay. Okay. So if they have a set, they have sets of cameras, they're able to kind of
Yeah, they could shoot it in house and then maybe outsource
the editing.
to a post production agency, which is what most brands can do.
Yeah.
It's like initially you can start with what you have. Of course, Lush is like they're
Well,
enormous, right? But if you are a smaller brand or a corporate or maybe even a startup, like just having a spare room, get yourself some colored backdrops, 2-3 cameras. And even that might sound like very intimidating to some people, but like get yourself an iPhone if that's what it takes in the beginning. Maybe a Rode like wireless mic,
Mm-hmm.
and you're good to go, to be honest. And then if
Yeah.
you don't have editing skills, then you look into a post-production partner. It's something that we help people with all the time. So YouTube doesn't require high-level production. As you go, you can increase like your sets and the cameras that you're using. And you see a lot of creators, a lot of brands going to millions of subscribers with honestly crappy production value. And then maybe they up level, or they say the same because that's what people fell in love with in the first place. But yeah, YouTube is a very, very forgiving platform to get started on, and people want that realness. And so what Lush did in their videos is, from the ones that I've looked at, is like 2 people maybe from their team just sitting there answering questions and showing products, and it's nothing too complex.
All right. Okay. I think that's it for today. Thank you for listening. And if you haven't yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button, share, and please let us know in the comments if what you think about the bold move of Lush not to be on social media, at least on Facebook, Instagram, and whatnot. And we'll catch you at the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.